Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing an Ogre Gladiator of the Skyu, and we just blew up some ogres in Orcish Mines with Grand Finale. We got to use it once. It was very exciting. We spent all of our money, and we still got 4,000 gold left of stuff to spend it on if we want. But for now, could be good, I guess. I mean, we don't have any money to buy it with, but you know, it's only 200 bucks. We'll have that before too long, I imagine. And it's probably junk, but it might not be. It might be amazing. We already have, though, a great robe, so maybe I shouldn't be spending $200 on something that is probably going to be a downgrade. When there are plenty of things available. Get the heck out of here, stupid unseen horrors. We got them. Now, if I didn't have anything else to spend the money on, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely, spend 200 bucks on something that might be total junk. Because it could be a big improvement. But here, it could only be like a moderate improvement, really. Let's identify our one polymorph. And it's likely to not be any good at all. Whoa, what happened there? What? Oh, I thought my pain bond had blown up a bunch of guys at once, but it turns out I just killed the summoner. So, I don't know. We have plenty of, as I was saying, plenty of things I would be happy to spend money on, so I don't really need to use that 200 gold item as a money sink. Yikes. Okay, this must be vaults, right? Well, I don't see the stairs yet, but this clearly looks like the vault's entrance. And these Yaktars are a problem. Maybe I just use a scroll of fog. I haven't been getting as much use out of fog in my recent games as I thought I should be. I think I've been underusing them. So maybe now's the time. Certainly it would be good here. Are we in enough danger that it's important to use it? I think, yeah. Yeah, I think totally. Let's use some fog up. I need to back up a little bit, I guess, to make sure that they can't. I sort of expected the fog to spread a bit more than it did. But just forcing them to move adjacent to me is what the fog was all about, and I think it did its job. There's still a lot of stuff here, though. Let's try a teleport and back up a bit. Keep backing up? That did not help very much, honestly. But maybe it helped a little. If I could head over here, I've got this area to defend. But it's not really a solid choke point. They can get in. So I think I'm probably best off reading another teleport. Yeah. The Yaktor is a real problem. Okay, we got out of there. All right, it looks like the danger has not yet passed. All right, run up 2 stairs. Now we're safe. Oh, I should put my robe of resistance back on. Magic resist is not as big a deal out here, I think, as having a bit of resist. The other thing is, that troll hide could be reasonable armor. Right? Troll leather is something ogres can wear. I think I would rather have mottled dragon hide, though. Slightly better armor. And the resist is not worth much, but honestly, neither is the regen. Ogre levels of HP take a long time to regen, and regen items don't really give you all that much. So overall, I don't think it would make a huge impact on our survivability. There's still this Yaktor. He's the big concern. So we just gotta like lurk around the corner here so that we can club him from melee range. I don't understand why monsters like sometimes don't see me. We don't really have any stealth, and we're the size of an ogre. You would think that we would be difficult to miss. But if, sometimes it takes them a while, I guess, to notice. I keep forgetting to identify that scroll. Let's read it now. Immolation. I do have 2 pips of fire resistance. I guess I might like Immolation. This looks like the entrance to depths already. Dire Elephant is pretty tough. Tough customer. The paralysis helps a lot. Wow, why am I attacking an 8-headed Hydra at this level of health? Yowza. Alright, what can I do instead? I mean, I could blink to the stairs. Is it that dangerous? Maybe. I have like 4 blinking, is that right? Yeah. Fear, I think, almost always works on Hydras, but not always. Invisibility would be a good buff if I had used it a little while ago. Right now, it wouldn't be that impressive. I can line pass him, of course. Oh, he got paralyzed just from me walking away. Thanks. I was walking away to prepare a better line pass, but I don't know, this guy has got that under control. Thanks. Well, I did have the problem solved, but it turns out I didn't need to solve it. So this is the entrance to depths, right? Yes. Level 16, okay. A bunch of whites are no real problem. But there's going to be more stuff on Dungeon 15 that's going to be a problem, I would think. Usually the Depths Vault is the scariest single area on Dungeon 15, but by no means is it the only scary area. Scary area. Sounds like some sort of weird disease. Scary area. So we could now choose to that's cute. Hyde happens to find these altars as well. We could choose to make some dragon armor if we wanted. Let's see, model dragon armor has 6 armor and 5 encumbrance, and I'll check, but I think trolls are 4 and 4. Troll hide, troll leather, 4 and 4, yeah. So we would get 2 more armor And also 2 more slots to shove Scrolls of Enchant armor in, so a total of 4 armor eventually, if we went for the modeled dragon armor. But also, why is Scroll of Blinking showing up in my troll? Controlled teleports, got it. Yeah, I never thought about that. Controlled teleports is just like a teleport with a troll. Teleport control, please. But we also have like this pretty great robe right now. I'm worried that switching to a model dragon armor would be like a downgrade. We have spider and shoals, so we don't have snake. No, sorry, well, that's true. But what I meant was we don't have swamp, which is a great place to find swamp dragon hide, which is like a pretty reasonable mid-tier armor. That also fills in a resistance that's pretty useful. So that's too bad. I mean, it might be nice to find gold dragon armor, but, you know, what's nice eventually is a lot less important than what you can get right now. So it's just a question of whether the extra armor is better than the extra resists. I think for the moment the answer is no. But as we start to accumulate more Scrolls of Enchant armor that we can use to dump into a dragon armor, it will become a more appealing option. And actually, the thing is, right now we could enchant up our hat if we wanted to and get the benefit of this Scroll of Enchant armor already. It's less armor than we would get from enchanting up a new body armor, but we wouldn't be losing the resists. So I think I will take... I'll just enchant up my hat. You know, we can't really ever wear a helmet anyway. And so we'll maybe eventually find a hat with an ego of some kind, but for now, this is the hat we're stuck with, and we're likely to not find anything much better for a while. Drop, rod of inaccuracy, I just don't like it very much. Amulet of harm, boo. Yeah, they made it red drain now, so it's a lot more impactful to where identify one of these guys. 2.5 levels of drain, yikes. Just in time to go do something dangerous like a lair branch. Back in school, they called me Woomex No Ass. Let's just forget about these guys. I think we're gonna be fine in here with this drain, kind of. I don't know. Wow, what? Oh, I was gonna say, where did all these guys come from? And the answer is some of them were summoned, but actually a surprisingly large number of them were not. Right? There we go. Let's try this. I can't hit 2 of these guys. There goes one boggart. There goes another. Cyclops is summoned, I assume. Yeah. Hit the boggart, please. All right, we killed the invisible one, and we killed the visible one. Great. Let's eat something before we walk into a trap somewhere. Figure out what this scroll is. Summoning is good to know about. Okay, well, Time to do spider. My defenses are so bad for spider, and I don't have poison resist. It's not like Shoals is going to be any better. It's just ogres. Ugh. Yeah, Berserk. I have Berserk now. I mean, you know, there's nowhere else we can really go at this point. I'm not going to go into depths. Can I eat this, please? Nice. Yeah, the auto travel interaction with auto eat is not as good as it used to be, as I mentioned previously. We're down to just 2 levels of drain, which is still a lot. Let's stare dance these guys. Oh god, look at all the damage we're taking. Okay, let's not stare dance these guys. Instead, let's stomp them. Yeah, but that's costing me all my piety and I can't stomp anymore, huh? Alright, well, we got him. Oh my god. How am I going to survive Spider? Look at this. How am I going to survive anything? What could I do differently to make this more livable? Not be an ogre. That's the main thing. Have dragon armor. But, like, I really don't think that modeled would make the difference. Although it would help in Spider. There's not a lot of fire or cold threats in there, so the extra armor from modeled would be helping. So maybe I should have considered where I was going to go next before I decided what to use my scroll on. Still, it would only be a difference of 1 AC. So, right, 'cause instead of 4 from my armor, from my robe, and 1 extra from my hat, I'd be getting 6 from the dragon armor. So, I mean, you'd think a +9 giant spiked club would be enough to teach these spiders a lesson. But I don't know. We're just gonna have to be real careful. Stick near the walls. I can't stick to walls as well as spiders can, haha. But you know, I can. If you hum a few bars, I can fake it. Just try not to get surrounded out in the open. You know, even just fighting 1 monster, we lost, say, 20 hit points, which is like fine. Hornets, they can paralyze you, which is not so great. But on the other hand, I don't really want to. Yeah, got you in a web. That's something I haven't really done much that I can recall. Use webs intentionally. Most of the monsters in here don't mind webs at all, but some of them do. And if you can trick them to walking into a web, that simplifies things a lot. And I just thought of it then, even though it should be pretty obvious. I don't think I had done it before. God, the poison on these redbacks, unreal. I wish I had more evasion so I could avoid all that poison damage. But that's ogres. Something I'd like to do when this game is over is try out a Sif Muna game. I have been on record, probably on this channel, although I don't recall any specific incidences, on record as saying Sif is no fun. But Sif has had some changes recently, which, who knows? Maybe Sif is fun. The way that channeling works has been changed, so that you don't have to, instead of tapping AA over and over every time you want some more MP, which was like free, by the way. All it cost you was a turn and some hunger, which, like, who cares? And it would give you some MP if it worked. Instead, Sif allows you to cast spells even if you don't have enough MP, in exchange for being silenced for a little while after doing so. Which is kind of like a way of giving you extra MP that seems a lot less tedious. I don't know how it works out balance-wise, but I was reminded of that because GammaFunk is currently streaming a Sif game. And I was like, oh yeah, I kind of want to try out a new Sif as well. This orb spider. How am I gonna get ya? I have some wands. Oh, that's right, and I've been training Evo a bit, so not enough apparently. You'd think at like 4 I'd have an okay chance at confusing these guys, but apparently not. Oh, or you just like let me walk into melee with you. That's easiest orb spider in my life. Let's hit the guy with a wand of flame. Still the best eel cooking tool. Even a single wolf spider is pretty scary, I think. You know, most of the time you'll take them out with no real problems. But ooh, this is the first time I've seen entropy weavers since they changed. You'll notice they're on A now rather than on P. They were turned into formicids. And they changed entropy somehow, right? I thought. Ah, no. They what did we reduced how often they corrode you, I think, in exchange for making the monster itself more fast. The problem with entropy weavers used to be that they were such a grotesque force multiplier that if you were fighting them with anything else around, the only reasonable solution was to run away, and that was a good solution. And that's not really a lot of fun. Now they're fast enough that you can't do that. So that they can be a threat all by themselves. And I haven't tried fighting one since that change, but it seems like it could be fun. It seems positive. I don't know. It's certainly good that changes are being made to try to fix it. Whether it's working or not, who knows? But that's how stuff in Crawl goes, is like, if it doesn't work, try to fix it until it does. And if you can't make it work at all, then take it out. And there have been plenty of instances demonstrating that procedure, that policy. Stuff that was in for a long time, but that like just never really could quite work and got removed. I can't think of any at the moment because I'm busy trying to play Crawl, but like it happens. God, these dang orb spiders. Oh, too many orb spiders. Don't you run away from me. Alright, I'm watching that. Can I juke it like that? Orb destruction hits the orb spider. Got him. This one's gonna hit me. But now I can get this guy. I'll shelter behind this wall. Boy, this guy's charging up real fast, isn't he? Where are the stairs? They're over there. Orb Destruction does a lot of damage, so I don't want to just charge at them when I'm low on health. But if I can convince him... That didn't work. I just need to be able to like get him closer to the stairs. I was hoping he would walk the stairs while I was up here, but okay. Now I've got him cornered a bit. Now we got him. Whew. Spider is slow going. Did we start this video in Spider? I don't think so. We did like the rest of Dungeon and then Spider. Maybe I should have ended the video there and made a cut, but I didn't remember to. It's not a big deal. If we have to end the video before we finish Spider, as I suspect we will, then it's not a big deal at all. Wait, stop picking up needles. I thought I turned that off. Needles, yes. No longer pick up, please. No, do pick up Scrolls of Fear. Drop needles. Remember, I have large rocks. Oh, yes. Right. That could be a swift end to an orb spider. Should I train throwing? Maybe just let evocations get up to 5, at which point it's like fine to berserk. So let's try out a large rock on this guy. It's not really very effective. It worked. I threw like 4 large rocks and I got them all back. Alright. Let's make sure I just have stones on my auto quiver though, so I don't accidentally use up my large rocks on trivial threats. Kill the Tarantella first. Yeah, wow, we do a lot of damage. Do I really want to train throwing? Like, large rocks are quite good. It's just the problem is I have 3 skills that are all... Well, I have 3 primary skills, right? Fighting, dodging, and maces. And then I have 3 secondary skills. And 3 secondary skills feels like too many. Can I really afford to train throwing? Just for my large rocks? It seems like they're already pretty good. The base damage on large rocks is good, right? I think I'm going to go back to invocations, actually. Yeah, he berserked me, which was not a very good decision on his part. I mean, it made me spend some turns resting, but it would have been dangerous if there were other monsters nearby, for sure. But going berserk... Let's just say that a Moth of Wrath does not stand much of a chance against a Berserk Ogre in melee. Oh, there's a ghost here. Call me Zampa. Is not having a good time. Can Deep Dwarf Ghosts heal? I think they used to not be able to, and now they can because it was not a very good mechanic for monsters. Let's just activate Berserk now before we run out of MP. There we go. Oh, and there's some Tarantellas to eat. Sure. So what is this all about? It's like a, yeah. Like a bug nest of some kind. Let's just back up so we only have to fight one of them at a time. Box of bugs. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like an ant farm. Except it doesn't have ants in it. It has, you know, other bugs. But the sort of structure of a clear case surrounding a bunch of bugs. Maybe it's supposed to be an ant farm. I don't know. I don't always get the joke on these vaults. Let's identify something at last. Hit me up with a... Yeah, I want some Ice Blast identified, please. I've noticed enemies... Oh, don't you... have been paralyzed more often recently, and I'm not sure if it's because of invocations or what. Yikes! I don't like torpor snails, particularly not together with orb spiders and hornets. What do I do about this? Can I enslave any of these guys? I'd like to enslave the torpor snail if I can. Oh, we got him. I think they'll kill him quite quickly. But in the meantime, they're all slowed, right? I think that's how it works. All right, we got it. Let's berserk here, right? The orb spider is a problem. You don't really want to berserk while there's an orb spider on the other side of the room. But I want to kill the hornet very quickly before I can be paralyzed. Is there something that lets me deal with both of those concerns? I mean, we could try confusing the hornet. I don't think our evocations is high enough that it's very likely to work. I think just tabbing him is better than doing something funny. And yeah, indeed, one tab killed him, so there's that. That one's a jumping spider, that's an orb spider, and the redback is adjacent. Okay. The colors indicate this, but sometimes I forget or I can't quite tell what color it is. Yeah, and the orb spider blew up the jumping spider. Can I throw stuff while I'm in? I totally can. Oh, I'm not in net anymore. I got out. Not net, web, you know. And we'll just go upstairs and rest it off. All this poison. So far Spider has not... What? I'm held. Has not been as bad as I predicted it would be. I've been having to play carefully to make sure it stays that way. But it's been manageable. Fighting just one or two spiders at a time. And using resources when we have to fight too many spiders. Yeah, that's a much longer paralysis. That's much better than... like at 0 invo, the paralysis only lasts for like 1 turn. Which means a lot of the time it's pretty useless. But that just lasted for like 4 or 5 turns. Which was enough to just completely neutralize that enemy. Now, it wasn't a very threatening enemy. It would have been fine to just fight him normally. But you can imagine something more powerful getting paralyzed for that long would be a great boon. More potions of might, of course. We'll just take this guy upstairs. And I imagine by now they're all camping the staircase, so let's go find a different one. Oof. I guess that was us losing a bunch of MP, not a bunch of HP. Let's... Oh, he walked adjacent to us. Big mistake. So there's a ghost moth down there. which is not such a huge concern. We don't really need our MP for anything. But, you know, as invisible enemies, they still can hurt a fair bit. They're rather hard to hit, you know. And I don't think I have... Yeah, there's no way to detect invisible. I can become invisible. Yeah, we're going to throw rocks at this guy. Large rock is a pretty good spell. Alright, the ghost moth is around somewhere, but I don't see him. I mean, that's how ghost moths always are, but sometimes you see like a disturbance and it's like, ah, that's where he is. Ow. Ow. Okay, he's adjacent now. We gotta get out of here, apparently. Let's read teleport. And quaff curing? Okay. Got away. We lost a lot of intelligence, actually. Which could be a problem if we get drained down to 0 intelligence. I wish I had a way to see ghost moths. Let's head back upstairs just to be doubly sure while resting. Oh wait, was there... Yeah, there's food here. Auto pickup was turned off because of the ghost moth. So the good news is, though, the ghost moth is now on Spider 2, which means we can continue exploring Spider 3. Moth of Wrath, not so... Oh, I saw him. He's down here. There's another ghost moth. Yeah, found him. He's just southwest of me. I just did a ton of damage to him, which makes me think I can continue attacking him safely enough. We got him. Okay. But my int is very perilously low. Oh, geez, I just remembered this is where the ghost moth is. Spark wasp? So what I want to do is leave and at least pick up my ring of intelligence, possibly get some experience from fighting other stuff, so that I don't risk my int getting drained to 0. I just got a message from Lasty. He says that he doesn't think Stomp's animation was intended to go away. So that would be great to have it back. Because I liked it, seeing the explosion like from a fireball. But okay, so now there's this Spark Wasp. How about hexing him with something? They're pretty weak MR-wise. Confusion? I can just tab him and then like line pass him is the thing. I could berserk him, seems a little dangerous. Invisibility will also work, but there's a lot of things that'll work against a Spark Wasp, and invisibility, there's a few monsters who have a very hard time dealing with invisibility. Might would probably be fine, but I think I like the idea of attacking him once or twice to sort of gauge how much damage he's doing, hopefully build up some Ukayu piety for a line pass, and quite possibly, indeed, just kill him. So that turned out to be no problem. I'm glad we didn't overreact. Yeah, here's that ghost moth again. You know what? I'm out. I'm out of here. Yes. I did not want my intelligence to drop to 0 there. Which, I was trying to get out of Spider specifically for the reason that my intelligence was having some issues with ghost moths. So we haven't finished Spider, but I think this is a fine time to end the video. Don't know whether we're coming back to Spider next episode or doing something else. But, we don't have to decide that now. We can just end the episode just like that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.